What's good, everyone? It's your boy Kinetik 615 back for another watch along. We are here to watch the Minnesota Vikings host the Baltimore Ravens. The return of Lamar Jackson last week makes this game a bit more difficult. Hopefully, we can continue the momentum that we had in the Lions game into this game and pull out another win. Give me a second here. I'm just getting some things set up. All right. So we're a couple minutes away. Right now it's on commercial. The game's not on right now. I'm trying to see if I can find an injury report. Let's see. All right. So, according to Alec Lewis, shout out to Alec Lewis. Check him out on YouTube and on social media. The Vikings active that were questionable. Aaron Jones is active. Inactives are going to be Theo Jackson, safety, running back Corey Kiner, edge Chaz Chambliss, tackle Walter Rouse, tight end Josh Oliver, and defensive lineman Tyree and Ingram Dawkins. All right, let's see. Just getting things set up here while we wait for the game to start. Sorry, guys, running a little bit behind this morning. And just to remind, we are live on both the Kinetik 615 and the Gamer Sideline channels. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, and check out both channels. Just sending out the link. All right. Got that shared out. I'm just going to respond to a couple messages before we get started. All right, looks like we're getting started. The intro is happening for the game. JJ looks locked in right now. All right, so it looks like the Ravens are going to receive the first kickoff. Will Reichert out to kick. The kick is up. Justice Hill with the fields the kick. Gets it back to the 30, tackled at the 30-yard line. Looked like it was Dallas Turner on the tackle there. All right, we got Lamar Jackson. This is his 100th regular season start. 72-27 in the regular season. Lamar Jackson is one of the great ones. All right, Ravens on the field first for offense. Jackson in shotgun. Tight end in motion. Quick pass in the flat. Drops it. Is that a fumble? No, it's an incomplete pass. Yeah, that was a forward pass. It was not a backwards pass. Almost intercepted by Grenard. All right, 2nd and 10. Back in motion. Hands. No, Lamar keeps it. Runs for 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down. Blake Cashman with the tackle on Jackson. Faked the handoff to Henry and then kept it himself, using Derrick Henry as a blocker. Jackson in shotgun, trips, bunch left. Changing something. Takes a snap. It's a high snap, drops back, throws over the middle, caught, and short of the 1st down. Isaiah Rodgers, cornerback on the tackle. All right, so a nice 3 and out to start for the Ravens. Good showing by the Vikings defense for the first series. The punt team's out now. Jordan Stout. We got Miles Price back to return. He picks up the bouncing ball, gets a couple yards back to the 14-yard line. Here he comes, J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, our guy. The future GOAT of the league. JJ under center. Tight formation, 2 receivers. Hawkinson in motion. Fakes the handoff to Jones. Tries to throw it to Jones in the flat, but it's batted down at the line. Not the greatest start. All right, we got JJ in shotgun now. Basically same formation, just in shotgun instead of under center. Hands it to Jones. Jones runs up the middle. Gets a few. I'd say you got 4 or 5 on it. We got Blake Brandell starting at center again. So we got Darisaw, Jackson, Brandell, Fries, and O'Neal on the offensive line. We got CJ Ham back today, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones. JJ in the shotgun, empty backfield, 5 receivers, tight formation. Under pressure, throws right on an out route to Jefferson, caught, first down, Minnesota Vikings. JJ to JJ, first down Vikings. And people said that JJ can't throw the sideline throws. He did it with a guy right in his face and got hit. Steps into the hit to make the throw. That's our quarterback, man. That's our quarterback. Steps into the hit. Addison in motion. Hands it to Jones. Jones up the middle. Gains 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Newly acquired Draymond Jones starting for the Ravens. All right, we got JJ in shotgun, tight formation, single back, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, Hawkinson. Drops back to throw. Fires an out route again to Jones. Goes out at the 33. It'll be 3rd down. What's good, Keegan? How's it going, man? All right, JJ's in shotgun, empty backfield, 5 receivers. Drops back to throw. Fires left, deep to Addison, caught. No, not Addison, sorry, Naylor. Jalen Naylor caught, makes 2 guys miss, and taken down at the 3-yard line. Sorry, not Addison. I didn't mean to get you excited. That was Jalen Naylor down the sideline. Great throw by J.J. McCarthy. Now, you know what? People said he couldn't hit the out routes, the sideline throws, yet he did that the first down to Justin Jefferson. People said he had modest arm strength. I love the way he looks to the sideline like that. Keegan, if you want, you're more than welcome to come up on stage with me. Let me know if you want to. Well, we need to fix that, bro. JJ with the handoff. Jones up the middle. Touchdown run. Aaron Jones. Vikings take the first lead, 7-0. So the Vikings defense forced Lamar Jackson into a 3-and-out, and then JJ comes out and leads a touchdown drive, his first drive of the game. JJ McCarthy hands it to Aaron Jones to run up the middle for a 3-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. 7-0 Vikings. I mean, I'm sure, Keegan, I'm sure there's some site somewhere that I don't recommend anyone to go to that you could watch it at. Who did I start today? Hold on. Let me see. Let me look at my currently I'm losing my game, but according to the ESPN app, I have a 64% chance to win. So my matchup today, Keegan, my opponent has Bo Nix, who's already played and only got 5.8 points. Bijan Robinson, who's already played and only got 10.8 points. Is it Bijan Robinson? Yeah. And then James Cook, who's currently playing against Miami. He's only got 1.9 points right now. They got our boy Nico Collins, who's playing right now and currently has 2.2 points. Drake London, who overperformed and got 24.4 points. Kyle Pitts, who underperformed, 5.8 points. And then they've still got they have the Ravens defense right now currently has 8 points. I don't know how. And they've still got Jalen Warren for the Steelers and Cameron Dicker for the Chargers. For me, on the other hand, I've got Lamar Jackson. So as much as I want the Vikings to win, I need Lamar to still get his in this game. I started Quinshon Judkins against the Jets. I started Rico Dowdle, who I should have started last week, but I doubted him. And Broncos got me points. What? What do you mean? I started Rico Dowdle. He's currently got 10.3 points against the Saints. I started Ted McMillan. He's currently got 4 points against the Saints. I did start Jamo. I started Brock Bowers, unfortunately. I started Gibbs. Oh, right. I got the Broncos D. That's right. So 16 points for Broncos defense. And then I've got Matt Prater as my sub-in kicker for Aubrey this week. Yeah, Dowdle was a good pickup I got off of the waiver wire. He was a good pickup. All right, we got 1st and 10, Lamar in shotgun. Receiver in motion to the other side of the line. Hands it to Henry, runs up the middle, gets 3 yards. 3-yard run by Derrick Henry. 4-yard run, 2nd and 6. We got Lamar Jackson now in a pistol formation, slot right. Fakes the throw, hands it to Henry up the middle, met at the line, gets a yard, maybe 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 4. There's Jalen Redmond on the tackle. Ravens' 3rd down conversion rate this season is not good. All right. Quick throw by Jackson, and it looks like they got the 1st down. Quick pass over the middle to the tight end. Yeah, we got to do better on covering the short passing game. I watched the end of it. Play action by Lamar, throws it to Zay Flowers. I think that's a catch. Yeah. Okay, that's a catch by Zay Flowers. First down. Henry bounced into the other side, trips left, hands it to Henry, runs left. Tackled by Cashman at the line. It'll be second down. All right, Lamar's in shotgun now. 3 receivers. Single back. Drops back to pass. Fires right. Over the defender. Caught. Out of bounds. Just shy of the first down. It'll be third down. DeAndre Hopkins on the catch. Byron Murphy almost. He was in the right position. It was just the pass was a little high for him. I know, right? Letting him get that foot down was crazy. Shotgun again. Hands it to Henry. Henry up the middle. First down. Jackson looking to throw. Quick pass to the running back out of the backfield. About 2 yards, maybe 3. All right, Lamar's in shotgun. 4 receivers, excuse me. Vikings blitzing over the top, and it's incomplete. Throw to Mark Andrews. It hit his hands, and he dropped it. That would have been a touchdown. Man, that was right in his hands. You got to catch that. I mean, I'm glad he didn't. Sorta. My fantasy team wishes he would have caught it, but the fact it would have been a touchdown, I'm glad he didn't catch it. All right, we got Lamar in shotgun, backup running back in, so this has got to be a throw. 3rd and 7. 4 receivers, 3 left, 1 right, bunched up left. Quick throw over the middle, and it's bobbled. Could have been intercepted on the tip, but it drops to the ground incomplete. Bro, Byron Murphy, if he just had a little bit of awareness, could have intercepted that off of the tip. All right, Tyler Loop in to kick a field goal. 44-yard attempt. Lined up pretty nice along the right hash mark, and it's good. All right, so it's 7-3 Vikings, and we'll get the ball back. Again, guys, just a reminder, we are live on Kinetik 615 and on the Gamer Sideline. Make sure to check out both channels, like, share, subscribe, all of that. Maybe I'll do a mock draft in between during the commercials. What do y'all think? You think I should do a mock draft? Let me see. All right, so this is according to I don't know what they use for what service they use, but this is the current betting odds for season finishes that would dictate the draft order. All right, so I'm going to pick the Vikings here. All right, so let's take a look at the first round real quick because this always is interesting to me. So Fernando Mendoza goes number 1 to the Saints. Ruben Bain Jr. goes number 2 to the Titans. Caleb down to the Jets at 3. TJ Parker to the Dolphins at 4. Jeremiah Love at 5 to the Giants. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver to the Browns at 6. Dante Moore, quarterback from Oregon to the Raiders at 7. I'm not convinced he's coming out this year, but Peter Woods, number 8 to the Bengals. Mansour Delane, number 9 to the Commanders. I don't know if they're going to go corner this year. Arvell Reese, number 10 to the Ravens. All right, the game's back on. We'll bring it back up during the next break. Kickoff, Miles Price takes it in the end zone, brings it out to the 20, the 25, is able to roll to the 29-yard line, it looked like. You think he'll go top 10? I don't know. I don't think he goes higher than 10. It's still difficult for me to really see taking a running back that high. I know they did Ashton Genty last year. I feel like Jeremiah Love is like a 10 to 20 pick. But it really depends on who's picking in the top 10 and how badly they need a running back. Handoff to Aaron Jones, runs up the middle to the right, maybe 3. They have been, yeah, that's true. All right, JJ and shotgun, single back type formation. Hands it to Jones on a sweep, and he's tackled in the backfield. Rookie Mike Green with the tackle. It was a nice play by the Ravens defense. Rare misstep by Brian O'Neill. That's going to be 3rd and 12. JJ and shotgun. 4 receivers. Looks to throw. Quick screen to Jefferson. No, Jefferson, a lateral pass to JJ. JJ catches it. He's running, makes a guy miss, gets down to maybe a yard shy of the first down. What was that? What was that? Hashtag JJ to JJ, but reversed. That was crazy. All right. Ryan Wright punts it. I mean, Drake May's decent. I guess I'm failing on the what I'm supposed to do here. All right. So we left off at Arvo Reese. So Ty Simpson, quarterback, goes to the LA Rams at 11. So according to this, he'll be the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. Mekhi Lemon, electric receiver from USC, goes to the Arizona Cardinals at 12. Edge Kedrick Fault goes to Auburn to team up with Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. Caleb Banks, defensive lineman from Florida, goes to Dallas. So Minnesota on the clock at 15 here. I personally think our biggest need is a cornerback. That's my opinion. And I don't see any reason to really draw this out. The top two corners, since Mansour Delane has already been selected, the top two corners are Jermod McCoy and Colton Hood, both from Tennessee. Jermod McCoy is by far the better one of the two. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jermod McCoy with the first pick for the Vikings in the draft. All right. Round 2. And Lenore Sellers just went to the Jets. That's interesting. Okay. Could take Rod Moore here. And I want to take Rod Moore, but I'm going to try to not be a homer here. AJ Halsey's also really good from LSU. Okay, wait a minute. I think the game's back on. All right. We'll pick this up in the next break. All right, we got Lamar under center, hands it off. Henry up the middle, gets through the line, breaks a tackle, gets 4 yards. All right, Lamar's under center again. Tight end motions into the backfield. False start. All right, so it's a 5-yard penalty loss on the Ravens there for the false start. Hey, Kyle Nunn guy just got a touchdown for the Bears. I picked him up for my fantasy team. He's on the bench today, but Good to see him doing something. Lamar under center now. Flowers in motion. Fakes the handoff under pressure. Gets rid of it over the middle to Henry. Tackled in the backfield. Great job of getting pressure there by the Vikings. Vikings only rushed 5 or 4 there. Well, 5, but one really wasn't rushing. And he had to dump it off quick to the running back and then was immediately tackled by Jonathan Allen. All right, it's 3rd and 13. Come on, Vikings defense. We got Lamar in shotgun. We got 3 receivers, tight end, running back, looking to throw. Quick pass left, out route to the tight end, tackled out of bounds, and he's short. It'll be a punt. Brian Flores is coaching his ass off today. I'm so bad at this. I get distracted by the commercial. I also think we need an offensive lineman, but I don't know if we need it in the second round. I do think Ceraveld from Ohio State's good. Tiernan's good. I like him. But I really think the pick here. Jake Slaughter from Florida. That's an interesting one. I think here it's got to be between AJ Halsey and Jake Slaughter. I'll tell you what. I've not done this in any mock drafts so far. I think I'm going to use some of our extra picks to trade up and try to get both of these guys. So who could I potentially trade with? So, all right. So let me think about this. I want to get a center and safety. And looking at the needs of the teams that are coming up, so the Jaguars potentially need a safety and a center. So I would have to trade with either the Panthers, the Chiefs, or the Bears if I want to make sure that the player I want is there. So Panthers, Chiefs, and Bears. So let's look at the Bears first. Well, they're in division rivals, so probably not. So let's look at the Chiefs. So if we want 49, can we give them? All right, I'm going to offer them 79 and 97 this season. Or wait, hold on, maybe not 97. All right, so I'm going to offer them 79 and 154 this year and a third rounder next year to be able to move up into the second round this year. I think that's pretty fair. They didn't take it. All right, I'll throw in 209. No? Okay, what about 193 instead of 209? There they go. They took that. All right. So I'm going to take the higher rated of the two just to be safe. So I'm going to take AJ Halsey here. And then I'm going to take Jake Slaughter. Nice. All right, the game's back on. Let's get this back. JJ McCarthy drops back to throw, has time, and tries to throw it to Addison, but it gets knocked down at the line or tipped at the line. What is JJ pointing at? Did it hit the wire? Hold on. Yes, I guess they're not going to look at it. All right, JJ's in shotgun, 4 receivers. Dumps it off to Aaron Jones. Gets around the edge. Knocked out at the 49-yard line. It'll be third down. That's good. Yeah, I mean Drake May's good. I think JJ's better, but Drake May's good. JJ in shotgun, empty backfield, 5 receivers. Fires over the middle to Jalen Naylor, first down. Tackled at the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. First down, JJ McCarthy. Used a pump fake to the right, or excuse me, to the left, to look off a receiver or a DB, and then threw it downfield in the face of a hit. JJ is so good, man. I fucking love watching him play. All right, he's under center now. 3 receivers, tight formation. Pitches it to Jordan Mason. Tackled in the backfield, loss of a yard. JJ and shotgun, split backs. Jefferson was a split back. That's interesting. Takes it, tucks it, and runs. JJ gains 3 yards. It'll be third down. JJ so far 5 of 7, 100 yards. 3 of 4 on third down conversions. It's 3rd and 8. Shotgun. Drops the pass, and as a flag, the play's blown dead. False start on the Vikings, 5-yard penalty. All right, 3rd and 13. JJ and shotgun, single back, 4 receivers. Well, 3 in Hawkinson. Passes right to Justin Jefferson, gets 5 yards on it. Malachi, or is it Malachi Starks with the tackle, ankle tackle on Justin Jefferson to stop him from getting the first down. All right, and they'll send Will Reichert out for a field goal kick. 49-yard field goal attempt from the 39-yard line. Almost blocked, but it's not. It's good. Will Reichert. And the Vikings extend their lead to 10. 10-3 Vikings. All right, let's get back to the mock draft. All right. So we took so just to recap, we took Jermod McCoy cornerback to fill a thin cornerback room for the Vikings. We took safety AJ Halsey in the second round because as we all know, Hitman Harrison Smith is likely retiring after this year. And then with all the problems that we've had at the center position with Ryan Kelly's age and his concussion history, I don't think we could pass on Jake Slaughter. So I actually traded a little bit to move up to get Jake Slaughter in the second round as well. Now we're in the third round at pick 97. So I would say our needs are, let's see. So we still need offensive line. I still want to get one at guard and one at tackle. I could see us needing another corner. I could see us needing a linebacker, a running back, tight end. So let's see. Who is available? So Blake Miller from Clemson. Caden Green from Missouri. I do like Caden Green. Jadarian Price from Notre Dame is here. Let's see. Decent ratings. Can really fit into a zone or a gap scheme. You know, I don't hate the idea of Jadarian Price here. Of course, there's Justice Haynes there. We've got 115. Justice Haynes might still be there at 115. Blake Miller, 6'6", 315. Addison has 0 points. Yeah, he hasn't had a catch yet. Might want to pick up Jalen Naylor because he's been really good the last couple games. All right, the game's back. Rest in peace to Marshawn Nealon, man. Hate to see it. Hate to see it, man. Rest in peace to him and thoughts to his family. It's true. Although I'm surprised, I really feel like the JJ to Addison connection is really nice. I wonder if the Ravens are sort of keying in on that a little bit because it seems like Justin Jefferson's been open more than Addison this game. All right, we got Lamar Jackson under center now. Vikings with the 10-3 lead. 1st and 10. Ravens with an I formation here. Fakes the handoff. Play action under pressure. Almost sacked. And then tackled after a scramble of 2 yards. God, I like Jonathan Grenard, man, but he's leading the league in almost sacks. He's got to stop. He's got to wrap up the tackles better, man. Last week he had one that was a sure sack on Jared Goff, and just let him squirm away. And now he does the same thing with Lamar Jackson. Jackson in pistol, hands it to Henry. Henry runs up the middle, cuts right, cuts back, and gets 3 yards on the run. Third and 5 for the Ravens. Brian Flores is coaching a masterclass today. In shotgun, Lamar's changing the coverage or the protection. Fires right. It's tipped at the line. Incomplete. Van Ginkel almost ginked him. Almost caught that off of the tip for what would have been a pick six. Instead, he just tipped it up and it went incomplete. Gink with almost with an interception there. It's going to be another punt by the Ravens. Miles Price back to return. And tackled immediately. Not sure what Deion Martin is celebrating there. He made an easy tackle. Congrats. All right. So I really like Blake Miller. I also really like Caden Green, man. I think he might kick into guard, but I think he has the ability to play tackle and guard. What do you mean, Keegan? Yeah, I think here I'm gonna go with Caden Green, man. I know Blake Miller is rated higher, but I like Caden Green. I'm gonna take Caden Green here. All right, we're at 115. We still need running back, tight end, offensive tackle, or guard, because Caden Green can play either, I think. A second corner, linebacker. Malik Muhammad. Jadarian Price is still here. CJ Baxter. Jalen Kilgore. Harold Perkins. Man, Malik Muhammad. I haven't drafted him before. Team him up with Jermod McCoy. See, we already took Jermod McCoy. I'm okay with another corner, but I don't know if we need to take one this high. I think we go with a running back, but do we go with Price or do we go with Justice Haynes? I'm a Michigan fan. I don't like Katron Allen. That's just personal preference. I don't like Katron Allen. So Jadarian Price has a 77.8 rushing grade with a 78.8 zones, 69.3 gap. All right, sorry, the game's back. We'll pick this back up. All right, Vikings on offense again. We got Addison and Jefferson, Naylor on the end of the line, JJ under center, Aaron Jones in the backfield. Hands it off to Jones, runs up the middle, nice gain. 6-yard gain by Aaron Jones on the run up the middle. Listen, Keegan, I want to pick Justice Haynes, and a lot of times I do pick Justice Haynes with this pick in my mock drafts. I I want to make sure I'm not just being a homer, okay? I really like Justice Haynes, but I want to make sure I'm not being a homer. So that's why I'm trying to do – I'll probably end up picking him up. Nice little corner route to Justin Jefferson on the sideline. First down, Vikings. That was a play-action pass. Fake the handoff to Aaron Jones up the middle. We had Addison in motion. Nice throw. Perfect spiral on that by JJ. All right, it's 1st and 10. JJ under center, I formation. Jefferson in motion. And it looks like we have a false start. The viewers say Haynes. I mean, you're one of 2 viewers right now, but you're right. So unless the other person that's watching right now is disputes your choice of Haynes there, I will take Haynes in the next commercial break. First and 15. JJ in shotgun, single back. Naylor in motion. Draws back to pass, under pressure, fires over the middle. No, it's tipped at the line, incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 15. All right, we got 2nd and 15. JJ in shotgun. Trips right. 1 receiver left. Fires right as he's getting hit. Caught by Adam Thielen. It's a 10-yard gain. 9-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 6. Man, JJ is fearless. Like, he face of pressure, he doesn't panic. Going to get hit, and he still gets the throw off. Perfect throw. All right, we got 3rd and 6. JJ in shotgun. Trips left. Got Thielen in motion. Looking to throw. JJ steps up through the pocket, away from pressure, over the middle, and it's intercepted by Malachi Starks. Jordan Addison with the tackle. Interception thrown by JJ. The pass was to Justin Jefferson. I feel like if Justin Jefferson saw Malachi Starks there, he could have jumped up to try to block that, but didn't happen. Throw might have been a little bit high by JJ. All right. The fans, the viewers have spoken, and they want me to pick Justice Haynes, so I'm going to pick Justice Haynes here. You don't have to twist my arm. He does have a higher rushing grade. He has a higher gap grade. I'm okay with that. We'll take Justice Haynes. All right, our next pick is going to be 170. Let's see. What do we still need? Tight end. Still could use an offensive lineman. A second corner is on the table. Linebacker. I'm also going to throw a wide receiver since we're losing Jalen Naylor. And I'm going to throw a defensive lineman since Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave are both up there in age. Takario Davis. That's an interesting one to pair up in the corner room. Jace Brown, wide receiver from Kansas State. He's someone I haven't taken before. Who did the Lions get? I don't know if I can see. I mean, I guess I can. I can go back through this. So the Lions, in round 1, they got offensive lineman out of Miami, Francis Mauigoa. In round 2, they got cornerback out of San Diego State, Chris Johnson. Do they not have a 3rd-round pick? Or I missed it. Doesn't look like they have a 3rd-round pick. You could jump on here on stage with me and we could do a draft with both the Vikings and the Lions. Lions in round 4 got Albert Regis, defensive lineman out of Texas A&M. In round 5, they got quarterback Carson Beck out of Miami to the Lions. All right, game's back. Lamar Jackson, under center, I formation, 1st and 10. Changing the play. Hands it to Henry, runs up the middle, 3-yard gain. Yeah, but you want Carson Beck? You okay with it if they take Carson Beck in the 5th round? All right, Jackson drops back to throw, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, tucks it, keeps it. 1st down run by Lamar Jackson. My fantasy team likes that. Vikings still up 10-3. Let's look in on my fantasy team. Oh, Rico Dowdle scored a touchdown. All right, 1st and 10. Jackson in shotgun. Tucks it, runs up the middle, and tackled in the backfield. There's a flag on the play, though. Illegal use of hands to the face by Byron Murphy on a receiver that was nowhere. It wasn't even in the play. Come on, that was barely a tap. Such a ticky-tack call right there. Jackson shotgun, drops back to pass, fires right, incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10. Jackson shotgun, single back, trips right, receiver in motion, Flowers across the line. Hands it to Henry. Henry runs up the middle, cuts left, stiff arm, breaks a tackle, a 1st down, and knocked out of bounds. At first, stiff arm to Harrison Smith. The 2nd one to our guy, Josh Metellus. So we get a penalty because Byron Murphy taps a receiver that's not even involved in the play on the face mask for half a second. But Derrick Henry can literally just like put his hands right in the face of the defender. Come on now. Keaton Mitchell runs to the outside, fumbles the ball out of bounds before the first down, or before he gets the first down. Second and 1, Ravens. Hands it to Mitchell. Mitchell up the middle, gets through the line, gets a big gain, tackled at the 20-yard line by Harrison Smith. I formation, tight end in motion, pitches it to Mitchell. Mitchell goes left, tackled behind the line. Well, forward progress. Didn't really get tackled down. Dallas Turner was in on that tackle, or on that stop. Second and 12. Flowers in motion. Drops back to throw. Jackson passes it, dumps it off to Flowers. Gets a nice little gain, probably about 8 yards, 10 yards, 8 to 10 yards on that. Tackled just shy of the first down line. All right, we're on commercial. Let's see. All right, where were we? All right, so I really like Takario Davis here. I don't know much about this guy, Miles Kitselman. Keegan, what's your Tennessee friends say about Kitselman? Their tight end. He's 6'5", 255. 59th in yards in the country in yards after the catch. Average depth of target 6.2 yards. Number tied for 75th for contested catches. I don't know if he's a fit for. All right, J.C. Brown is interesting. Chase Roberts from BYU, he's another interesting one. Oscar Delp, tight end out of Georgia. I've got this pick, and I've got another pick in 3 more picks, so I really can take 2 people here. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna go Takario Davis. I like Takario Davis, and our corner room is very thin, so Takario Davis. All right, so we got 173. Chase Roberts, maybe to replace Naylor. Let's see. All right, game's back on. I formation, hands it to Henry, tackled at the line, no gain. That's going to be a 4th down now for the Ravens. Do they try to convert on 4th down? Looks like they're going to go for it. Going for the 1st down here. No, never mind. Tried to get the Vikings to jump off sides. Didn't work. All right, looks like they're going to kick the field goal. All right, so they send out the rookie kicker, Tyler Loop. Should be an easy field goal here. 28 yards. Yep, that's good. So they cut the lead 10-6, 4-point game. Yeah, Keegan, they've really been focusing on Jefferson and Naylor this game. All right, back to the draft here. So we need a tight end, but I don't know, man. Could take Delp. I don't really like any of these tight ends. I don't really like any of these tight ends. Maybe with this one, I just say, you know what? I hope we shore up the tight end situation in free agency. And in this case, I think I'm going to go. Let's see. Let's look at wide receiver. So Chase Roberts, Dane Key, and Kevin Coleman are all here. All right, let's see. I'm not going with Nick Harbor. Kevin Coleman. I like Chase Roberts' measurables. Kevin Coleman, though, is pretty good. Let's see. We also could look at still offensive line. We could still look at defensive line and linebacker. I do like Armaj Reed Adams here. And that would basically shore up our offensive line. Cage Casey's also an interesting one. Bear Alexander. I don't really like Bear Alexander's personality. I don't think he's a good culture fit. Rayshon Benny's there at 215. Could potentially get him. I think I'm going to go with Oh. Oh, wait, the game's back on. All right, hold on. Here's the kickoff. Miles Price fields it in the end zone and kneels it down for a touchback. I don't think we should trade. Well, I'm actually okay with the idea of trading Addison, but I don't know. Not till probably next season, mid-season. All right, we got 1st and 10. JJ in shotgun. Trips right with the tight end. Fires to Addison. Addison got a catch. Keegan. Addison got a catch. 5 yards. It was only 5 yards, but it was a catch. All right, JJ in shotgun drops back to pass. Fires left, sideline, and incomplete. Tried to hit Addison again there, but it wasn't quite right. JJ scrambling out from pressure and throws it away. All right, so Vikings punted. Sorry, I was trying to reply to a message that I got. All right, I got Jackson shotgun. Looks to throw over the middle. First down throw over the middle. All right, we got 1st and 10. Jackson under center. Under pressure. Gets it out to the sideline. 1st down throw. Isaiah Likely. Throws to over the middle to Flowers. Nice catch. That's a big gain for Zay Flowers. Five passing yards and a pick. I mean, he's an Ohio State quarterback, so, I mean, that's pretty much par for the course. Vikings still up 10-6, but the Ravens are driving. Ten seconds left in the half. Jackson back to throw. Under pressure and sacked! Lamar Jackson sacked by Dallas Turner. There's a flag. What's the flag? How is it roughing the passer on a sack? What? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? What the hell? What the hell is this? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Roughing the passer on a sack? How is that even a thing? That is so stupid. Lamar, they're talking about Dallas Turner's body weight. Lamar Jackson weighs more than Dallas Turner. Like, you cannot tell me that he somehow injured Lamar Jackson with his body weight. What? Keegan, am I nuts here? Help me out here, Keegan. Dallas Turner got a sack on Lamar Jackson that should have ran the clock down to the halftime. But they stopped the clock to call a roughing the passer penalty on Dallas Turner for his sack because his body weight. What? I am so fucking confused right now. How? What? That is complete BS, dude. Yeah, even the panel on the halftime report are saying that was a completely stupid and bullshit penalty. That was crazy. Absolutely fucking nuts, dude. Keegan, are you in the chat? Because I need you to help me understand this, bro. Like, what the hell? All right, let's do this draft. Hold on. Man, that's crazy. Look at these defensive linemen. Tim Keenan doesn't look bad. JJ getting some praise on the halftime show. I don't like his size, but I'm going to go with Kevin Coleman here to replace Naylor. All right, let's see. So we could still use a tight end, defensive lineman, linebacker. This is an easy pick for me. I'm going Rayshon Benny. All right, let's look. Tight end. Let's look linebacker. I like Rasheem Biles. Let's go Rasheem Biles. And this is our final pick. Let's take a flyer on somebody. I'm going to go a flyer on. I'm going to go a flyer on edge Patrick Payton from LSU. All right. Let's see. How badly did I do according to PFF? They think I should have drafted wide receiver Ian Strong in the second round over Jake Slaughter. I'm sorry. I disagree. I disagree. They gave me a D for the Kevin Coleman pick. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Let me post this to X. All right. Let me post this real quick. Keegan, are you back? I need your help on this. Yeah, sorry, it's halftime, so I'm just kind of catching up on messages and looking at Vikings Twitter. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, guys. We are live on both channels, the Kinetik 615 and the Gamer Sideline channels. Let's check in on my fantasy football team. Currently at 47.38 points with a 60% chance, according to ESPN app, to win my game. What do you mean Judkins is having a Brock Bowers-like day, Keegan? He's got 5.8 points right now. What up, Ripstar? I'm sorry, but that last call was complete bullshit. There's no way that we should be. There's no way you should be penalized for unnecessary roughness, roughing the quarterback, personal foul on a sack. Like, that's absolutely stupid. Miles Price receives the kickoff, taken down at the 24-yard line. We do not tolerate slander against JJ McCarthy. He is the GOAT. Great run up the middle by Aaron Jones, first down. I don't know where Mike's at. You have to ask him. Pitch to Jones, outside, gets 4 yards on the game or on the run. 5 yards. Here, I'll call him and see what he says. Hold on. Pass to Addison on the out route.
Hello.
Hey, I'm live on the stream, and the mic is live, so they can hear you. You are being requested in the chat.
Okay.
Your presence is being requested. I told them I would call and see where you were at, and find out why you're not here with us for the stream.
Because of the Vikings.
I mean, but your presence is being requested by the viewers.
Yeah, I'll get on here in a second. Give me a minute.
All right.
All right.
Hear that? He's getting on for you. Now I did you a favor there, so now I need you to not slander JJ McCarthy anymore. What up, Lichamax?
Howdy. I heard I was requested.
Yep, Ripstars in the chat was wanting to know where you were. He requested your presence.
Where was Ripstar on Friday? That's the real question.
Yeah, I mean, ask him. That's between y'all. Are you on the road today?
I am on the road today.
Don't text and drive, Lichamax.
I don't do that. I would never do that. I don't recommend anyone do that. What do they only let you out of rehab on Sundays, Ripstar? So how are the Vikings doing?
Good, except Kevin O'Connell's being an idiot here. 3rd and 1, and he throws a ridiculously deep pass, which it's fine. It's Justin Jefferson. He probably catches it. But while the pass is in the air, Jefferson gets tripped up by the DB and falls to the ground. And so it's an interception because the DB was all alone once the ball got there.
Awesome.
It's not on JJ because it was It was going to be a jump ball for Jefferson over a guy he's like 5 inches taller than. Like, that's a catch by Justin Jefferson. It's
So what's the score?
It's on Justin Jefferson because he's the one that like tripped up while the pass was in the air. But it's also on Kevin O'Connell because why the fuck are we throwing it deep on 3rd and 1?
What's the score right now?
10-9 Vikings. Now, listen, I do want to say it should be 10-6. The most bullshit call happened right before the end of the first half, okay? So follow with me for a second, Lich Max. End of the first half, Ravens are driving down. They get down to like the 20-yard line, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds left on the clock. Drop back to pass. Dallas Turner gets a sack. Now, keep in mind, Lamar Jackson is bigger than Dallas Turner, okay? Right?
Yeah.
You with me?
I'm with you.
Dallas Turner gets a sack. And they call Dallas Turner for roughing the passer.
I mean, to be fair, we also got called for roughing the passer when we hit JJ directly, before the ball even left his hand.
No. The ball was out of his hand when that happened.
Barely. It wasn't even over the line yet, and they called it.
I also don't think that you're talking about the leg whip thing from Hutch. I don't think
No. No, we got called roughing the passer when I think it was either Hutch or one of our D tackles got in to get J. I think it was Hutch got JJ when he wrapped JJ up immediately after the pat. Like the ball hadn't even crossed the line of scrimmage yet.
Okay,
and they called roughing the passer.
But that's apples to oranges because in this case he didn't pass the ball. He was holding the ball. He got sacked.
Okay, then yeah.
Let the ball go.
Yeah,
the ball never left his fucking hands.
Yeah, that's a bad call all around. Like both of them are bad calls, but that's definitely more egregious.
They called Dallas Turner for a roughing the passer on a sack when the ball never left Jackson's hands.
Yeah, that's pretty egregious. I mean, they're both bad calls, but that's at least one can be argued.
A foul because of Dallas Turner's body weight.
What?
He's smaller than Lamar Jackson.
What?
That's what I said. Because of his body weight.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
No. Like I said, he never got the pass off. It was a sack.
Like an argument could be made for the Hutch one because it's really depending on what you judge roughing the passer on with the distance of the ball from the quarterback,
but it was the time.
Right? No. I'm getting to that. Or like the time, like from the quarterback throwing the ball to the sack, like how you judge that. An argument could be made for the Hutch hitting JJ after the pass being roughing the passer. It's still a bad call, but nonetheless, an argument could be made. Now, in this case, the ball never leaves Jackson's hands. So
no, he's clutching it as he goes down.
That's a straight up sack. That's what it is.
Right. But because they called the penalty on the sack, it gave them a 5-yard gain, but it stopped the clock at 2 seconds and allowed them to kick a field goal before half.
Right. So, like here, I think this is giving more credence to the NFL is scripted theory. Like, I don't know if you've heard this. I'm sure you've heard this before. I don't know how much of the community has heard this, but there's been a theory going around since the early 2000s that the NFL is just scripted at this point. Like there's nothing random happening in the NFL. They script the games beforehand, kind of like the WWE. So I think that that call being made gives more credence to that because I bet like in the script they probably had somehow.
You cut out a little bit. You said the last part that we heard was you bet in the script that it said, and then it cut out. Thrown out of the end zone, thrown away on third down by Jackson. A defensive stop in the red zone. Will they go for it on 4th and goal? Nope, they're sending out the field goal.
I bet in the script it probably said that the score is meant to be 10-9 before the half Vikings, and so they had to make that happen somehow. So they called roughing the passer, even though it was no way in hell roughing the passer. So if you believe the NFL scripted theory, this gives more credence to that.
I wish that you could see the clip. Let me see it. Let me look on Vikings Twitter and see if anybody's got it. If anybody's posted it. Hold on. Because that is the most and even on the halftime show, Michael Strahan was ripping the NFL for that call. Like there's no way you call that. Like it was
Like
stupid,
I said,
dude.
NFL's probably.
Here
I
it
mean,
is.
this.
Hold
That,
on.
that
Can you watch the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna share it. Hold on.
But yeah, that gives more credence to the theory that the NFL is scripted.
Okay, look at this. They called this roughing the passer.
Yeah, he didn't even throw the ball. Like he was getting ready to, but he didn't.
They called that roughing the passer. Jackson is bigger than Turner. His body weight did not affect him at all. Like, that is nuts. That is nuts.
Yeah, that is not roughing the passer. That's just a straight up sack.
Like Michael Strahan said in the halftime report, at some point we got to realize that quarterbacks play football too, and this is not a foul. That, first of all, Dallas Turner's body weight's not hurting Lamar Jackson. Second of all, he's got a freaking flak jacket on. He's fine. There's
And
nothing
third,
about that should be.
and third of all, quarterback's a player on the field. Every player on the field is at risk of being tackled. You have to accept that. You can't just baby them because they're the quarterback. Like, who cares? If you are a position on the field, you're going to get hit. It does not matter. We can't keep playing with kid gloves with these players. We have to sometime we have to realize this is a physical game. This is a violent game, and we need to accept that. If we're going to change the rules of the NFL to make it safe for the players, to the point to where like you can't tackle anyone, then we might as well change it to the NFFL, the National Flag Football League. The NFFL. Well, I know the quarterback's more likely to get knocked unconscious or get a concussion, but that's the risk you accept when you decide you want to play as a quarterback in a football team. You're gonna probably get hit. You need to, if you don't want to get hit, you need to make friends with your offensive line. You need to train with your offensive line. Know where they're weak. Know where you need to compensate. That's what you have to do. And if you're not training with your if you're not training with your offensive line, like I know JJ trains with his offensive line daily. He got like the first thing he did, I know, when he got to Minnesota is he got to know his offensive line. So he could know where the weak spots are and where he needs to shift to compensate for the offensive line, for where the offensive line is weak. We saw that in the Lions game. He knew the center was weak, so he drifted left or right to be more protected by the guards and tackles. Because he knew the center that they might give up through this. If they were going to give up anywhere on the line, it was going to be through the center. So when you saw in the Lions game, you saw JJ drifting more to the left or to the right, depending on where he was passing, because he knew the center was weak. And that's something that Lamar needs to do. I don't think Lamar actually practices with his offensive line as much as JJ does.
Here's the thing. Hold on. When you're a defensive player, okay, we can sit here and watch things on replay and analyze every little piece of body movement, but like that sack happened in a tenth of a second. Turner was trying to wrap him up to stop the pass. His feet then were taken off the ground by the momentum of the sack. He's not like, just because he didn't unwrap his arms in the fraction of a tenth of a second between having the tackle and hitting the ground, that's not roughing the passer. That is stupid. That is a ticky-tack foul. That is like the quarterbacks are football players too. It is a contact sport. If you don't want to get hit, don't play football. Like, this is ridiculous.
I agree. I think these flags
As soon
have
as
been
he
getting
hit the ground, he rolled off of him. It's not like he
right.
stayed on top of him. Like, that whole thing happened in half of a second, and he was off of him. Like, there's no part of that play that Dallas Turner was trying to hurt Lamar Jackson. Like, he tucked his helmet into Lamar Jackson's chest.
See, I think that these NFL rules based around tackling are getting more and more and more egregious. We need to loosen them up. We need to let the players play. So,
Yeah.
because like the sport used to be fun to watch. It used to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Like we liked seeing like those spear tackles when an open field. Like those were fun to see. Like yeah, they did cause a little bit more extra injury, but they were fun to see. They were entertaining. Like if you're playing football, you accept the fact you're going to get hurt. You're going to get injured. Shit's gonna happen.
But there was
Like
no helmet-to-helmet contact. It's not like it was
right.
targeting. Like, listen, okay, first of all, all this talk about CTE and concussions is stupid. Lamar Jackson, when he's going down, tucks his chin. That prevents CTE. Dallas Turner, it's not like it was helmet on helmet or helmet on face mask. Dallas Turner ducks his head, tucks it into Lamar Jackson's chest as he's tackling him. There's no like both of them did everything they could to protect each other from a concussion. Dallas Turner's body weight coming down on Lamar Jackson's chest when Lamar Jackson is bigger than him and wearing a flak jacket is insane to call roughing the passer.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I want the Ravens to win this game, but I agree that call was bullshit.
No, the only CTE Delulu is that we can't hit quarterbacks. Like they play football too. And
Right.
there was no targeting, there was no intent to injure on that play. So fuck off.
Yeah, these tackles are rated E for everybody. Okay? Roughing the passer applies after the ball is out and the quarterback is subsequently hit. That would be roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer is supposed to be unnecessary hits and cheap shots. That was
Yeah.
needed. I could even see it if you wanna apply it when there's clear intent to injure. Then you can do a unnecessary roughness or personal foul, whatever. That's not what this was.
Yeah, no. Like I want the Ravens to win, but I still don't think they deserve that field goal.
I mean, listen, games aren't won by one or won or lost by one play. If we lose by less than 3, then I'm going to say it was the cause of it and whatnot. But unless we lose by less than 3, it is what it is. But that's a horrible call.
Actually, the NFL is not responsible for reducing CTE, and it's not like there's no actual laws being thrown at the NFL to incentivize reducing CTE. They are just wanting to
Incomplete pass
reduce.
by Lamar Jackson.
They are just wanting to reduce CTE to limit the amount of players out in a season because it makes for better ratings and it actually gives them more funding.
That was a nice throw by Jackson. Bad catch by the receiver. If you're scared to get hit, don't play football. Plain and simple.
They sign a waiver for to play football.
And that's a touchdown, Ravens. You're cutting out, bro. Your signal's really bad right now.
liability actually works.
Still cutting out really bad, bro. All right, so touchdown Ravens. They go up 18-10 now.
Am I still cutting out?
No, you're good now.
All right. I don't believe the NFL was ever under congressional pressure to reduce CTE.
They weren't.
And even if they were, the players signed a liability waiver before have to sign a liability waiver before they can even step foot on the field after college. Like when you join the NFL, you have to sign a liability waiver absolving the league of any responsibility or of absolving the league of any responsibility resulted that anything that might absolving the league of liability should you be injured while playing within the league. So if you get like your leg broken, you can't then sue the NFL because your leg got broken during the game.
No, that's all part of the collective bargaining agreement with the players' union.
Yep. So like the NFL wasn't under any obligation to reduce CTE. They were doing it strictly because they want to keep players in the game longer, so that way they can keep the ratings up for the televised events. Because no one's going to watch a game if their favorite player is not playing. You know what I mean? For example, Kinetik's a good example of this. While JJ was out, he didn't watch the Vikings because Carson Wentz was ass.
I mean, I watched them. I just didn't enjoy watching them.
Right. Like if Jared Goff was out, I wouldn't watch the Lions. I just check the score update to see how they're doing. Because Hendon Hooker is a travesty. I don't ever want to see that man on a football field. We would be better off with Montgomery as our quarterback over Hendon Hooker. Montgomery has a better passer rating than Hendon Hooker does. It's not even about quarterbacks. Like Justin Jefferson, same thing. If he was out, people may not watch the Vikings. But if we're going off of CTE, the CTE discussion, quarterbacks are the most likely to get CTE because they get blindsided more often, and they're not really. They typically don't brace for impact like a player running up the field might if he sees a tackle coming. So that's kind of what the actual shit. That's what I'm meaning. Is like if someone's favorite player isn't in, they may not watch the game. So the NFL is incentivized by that and that alone to try to reduce the risk of injury. But I think at the point that we're at right now, we'd almost be better off just switching to flag football. Then you can protect all the players and not have to worry about it because players are getting so soft these days.
Something's gotta change because we've had 2 fumbles on consecutive kickoff returns.
You got Samaj Morgan out there returning kicks?
Apparently. There's a nice run by Jordan Mason.
You think Samaj is transferring after this year?
I don't know, man. I probably.
I mean, I like Samaj. I like him as a player. I just think he's got DB hands. I think if he stays, he'd be better suited as a defensive back than as a receiver.
Man, when it rains, it pours. We're getting just got a false start penalty. It sucks because we started this game so hot, and then haven't done shit
Pause.
since.
I feel like a pause was warranted there.
Pass over the middle to Adam Thielen, caught. Second and 3.
What's Minnesota's record right now? Like 2-3,
4 and 4.
4-4. So they're pretty much out of playoff talk.
JJ drops back to throw. Dumps it off to Jordan Mason in the flat. Gets it down to 2 yards shy of the first down. You said Jed Fish is leaving Washington, Rip? That's interesting.
He said is Fisher going to UCLA?
Oh,
and he said
maybe.
Fisher definitely leaving Washington.
I mean, maybe goes to UCLA. Honestly, I think UCLA makes a mistake if they don't promote their interim head coach. He's done a really good job. AJ under center, Addison in motion, snaps the ball, fakes the handoff, fires over the middle, tipped at the line, incomplete.
You think Nico's going to relocate again?
Nico,
UCLA QB. Yeah, I can't say his last name.
I don't know. It depends on who they get as a head coach. He's from California, so probably not.
Right, but we know how if he doesn't get paid enough, he just jumps ship, right?
Apparently, yeah.
Now, in case you guys out there ever wanted an example,
Vikings are going for it on 4th and 2. JJ in shotgun.
In case you guys ever wanted an example of a bag chaser,
over the middle and incomplete to Addison.
Let's go!
Hold on, there's a flag.
Offensive pass interference. Let's go. Was that right?
Hold on.
It's either that or holding. It is taking them forever to call the flag.
So they're saying there was an illegal block by Adam Thielen, the wide receiver.
Let's go. Well, the Vikings are about to lose the lead to Detroit.
That was stupid. How is that a blindside block? Like a penalty? Like he turned and turned to block, and the receiver or the DB just didn't look at him and ran into him. This is crazy, dude. Incomplete pass by Jackson. Almost intercepted. These penalties are crazy, dude. The bullshit roughing the passer call, this bullshit a block on Thielen. Like, this is insane, dude. Like, it's not like he turned the defensive player ran into him. And it was on the line of scrimmage. Like, what? It's crazy. Run by Derrick Henry, stopped at the line. It'll be third down. Bullshit blindside block call. Bullshit roughing the passer. Yeah, Troy, the Vikings started out the game really good, and then all the momentum was taken away by a complete bullshit roughing the passer call at the end of the first half. And it's like, since then, it's been a train wreck. Two back-to-back fumbles on kick returns, stupid penalties, people getting upset, trying to fight. It's insane. The field goal kick by Tyler Loop is no good. Turnover on downs to the Vikings. That's crazy, dude. It feels like it has fallen apart since the first half. The first half, the only misstep, there were two missteps. There was one misstep by Brian O'Neill that allowed a backfield tackle on a running play. There was an interception by JJ where he stepped up in through, like, climbed the pocket away from pressure. He could have taken off and just ran, but instead he threw it and it got picked off. If he had just run, that would have been a much better play. But then that crazy roughing the passer call at the end of the half to stop the clock and allow a field goal kick it just feels like all the momentum was taken out of the game at that point. Yeah, it was really good at the start, man. Like the opening drive, we made them go 3 and out, and then JJ led like a 80-yard drive for a touchdown, and it was great. And then it just started being really fucky. Checking messages right now. Yeah, Keegan, I don't know what's up with Addison. Fakes the handoff to Jones, passes it to Jones on the flat route. First down by Aaron Jones. Jefferson in motion, pitches it to Jones. Jones cuts back inside. Another first down by Aaron Jones, this time on a run play. Pin and pull by the offensive line. Great blocking, great vision by Aaron Jones. JJ under center, single back wing formation, two receivers. Quick pass to Jefferson. Jefferson, first down. Wiggins was giving Jefferson like 15 yards of cushion off the line. Like, what? And why are they playing Nate Wiggins like 5'10" ass on Justin Jefferson? Fourth false start on Minnesota today. Gonna kill the drive. I just realized that Lichamax dropped out. JJ in shotgun takes a snap. Quick pass to Aaron Jones, overthrown, incomplete. Tried to do the screen pass. JJ in shotgun, 2nd and 15. 3 receivers. Looking to throw, steps up, fires over the middle, incomplete. Hit Justin Jefferson in the hands and incomplete. All right, JJ in shotgun, bunch right, 1 receiver left, tight formation. Looking to throw. Fires downfield, corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Should have been pass interference. Should have been pass interference. It's holding him right there. You're not banned, Roopstar. I ask that you be respectful. That's all. Yeah. The only comment I removed was it was half joking. Is that the slander against JJ McCarthy, but that's half joking and messing around, bro. Like the only way I'm gonna ban you is if you start getting like mean and insulting and like just nasty like with the comments. The JJ thing, it's me playing around because like everyone knows that I'm a huge fan of JJ McCarthy, so it was me more playing around about it. All right, it's 19-3 Ravens. Ravens ball. Lamar with play action over the middle, dumps off to Henry, caught, 8-yard gain. No, you know what I mean, man. Nice sidearm throw by Lamar Jackson there. Second and 2. Jackson under center, fullback in. Tight end in motion, fullback in motion. Hands it to Henry, runs right, first down and more. Tackled at the 35-yard line. All right, Jackson under center, fullback in motion, passes over the middle. DeAndre Hopkins, 8-yard gain. Hands it off to Henry up the middle, first down. Tackled at the 31-yard line. Let's take a quick look in on my fantasy team so far. And now things have changed to where it looks like I'm going to lose my game. Quinshon Judkins has not produced today. Dowdle's been okay. Tet's been so-so. Bowers was a real disappointment. Yeah, it feels like Keegan, it feels like they are trying to force the ball to Jefferson. Because it doesn't matter if he's single covered, double covered, it's like we're still throwing it to him. Which, don't get me wrong, it's Justin Jefferson. So like it's a good bet that he's going to be able to come away with it even when he's covered, but it feels like we're trying to force passes to him. But I would need to watch the film back and watch Addison on each play to really say that for sure. Because I don't know for sure that Addison's been getting open every play. Jackson under center. In shotgun. Hands it to Henry. Henry up the middle. And 7 or 8 yard gain on that run. Tight end in motion, fullback in motion, I formation. Hands it to Henry, runs right, tackled before the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 or 3rd and inches. Third and 1. Under center. Hands it to Henry. Henry cuts right. First down, stumbles at the 19-yard line. Tried to plant his feet, and they slipped out from under him. Under center. Tight formation. Pitches it to Henry. Running right. Gets 5 yards on it. I formation, 2nd and 4. Keaton Mitchell on the run to the right, tackled shy of the first down. Be 3rd and 1. Oh, shoot, my camera's off. What? Sorry about that. And the play is blown dead before the snap. Timeout, Baltimore. All right, 3rd and 2. Jackson and pistol. Jackson running it. QB power to the left, tackled at the 2-yard line. First down. Touchdown pass by Jackson, back of the end zone to Mark Andrews. Ravens are going for 2 here. Drops back to pass under pressure, lets it go, and converts. Rashad Bateman catches the 2-point conversion. Yeah, this game started out really fun and has been disappointing since. I would love that, Keegan. I would absolutely love that. Now JJ's under center. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. Jordan Mason in the backfield. Hands it to Jordan Mason, runs right, gets the first down. Jordan Mason. JJ looks to pass over the middle to Hawkinson, incomplete. There's a flag. Pass interference on the defense, Roquan Smith. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that was pass interference. Hooked his arm around Hawkinson's midsection, slowed him down enough to not let him get to the pass. JJ sacked on the play. JJ drops back, 2nd and 13. Throws over the middle to Hawkinson. Caught. Would be a gain of 3 or 4. JJ fires deep. Justin Jefferson, it hit his hands and out. Flag on the play. Defensive pass interference against Justin Jefferson. Let's watch the replay here. Sticking with him. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. He stuck his arm out and literally pulled Justin Jefferson's arm down so he couldn't reach up to catch the ball. That's pass interference all day. All right, JJ under center now. Jordan Mason in the backfield. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Hands it to Mason. Runs left. Gets a yard or 2. JJ in shotgun now. 3 receivers, tight formation. Looks to throw, fires left. Caught by Naylor. Tackled after about 5 or 6 yards. 6 yards. Going to be 3rd down. JJ in shotgun, 4 receivers. Addison in motion. Steps up, throws it, and it's tipped at the line, incomplete. John Jenkins tipped it at the line. All right, it's 4th and 3. Vikings are going for it. JJ's in shotgun. Tight formation. Jefferson in motion. JJ throws right, overthrows Justin Jefferson, and no flag, so it's going to be a turnover on downs. That was a fat pass interference as well. He grabbed his shoulder to stop him from raising his arm up to get the pass. Come on, guys. Yeah, that should have been the 3rd DPI call on that drive. They were just holding nonstop every play. That last play, Jefferson's breaking out to try to get to the pass. As he's running by the defender over here, the defender's arm comes up and holds Jefferson's arm from being able to go up to extend to get the catch. Like, that's insane. All right, Ravens ball. Jackson under center. Hands it to Henry, runs up the middle, tackled at the line. Jackson in shotgun. Flowers in motion. Really tight formation. Now in motion back across the line. Snaps the ball. Drops back to pass. Gink has him under pressure, and he's sacked. Who got him? It's like 4 guys in on that. Lamar Jackson sacked on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down now. Gink gets around the edge, gets a hand on him. Hargrave. Levi Drake Rodriguez was in on it. Jonathan Allen was in on it. 3rd and 17 now. Jackson in shotgun. Trips left. 1 receiver right. Single back. Blitzing. Under pressure. Dumps it off. Incomplete to Keaton Mitchell. Or Justice Hill, excuse me. It's going to be 4th and 17. They'll punt. Punt goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line. All right, JJ in shotgun, 1st and 10. The play's blown dead. Another false start on the Vikings. Jefferson in motion. JJ drops back to throw. Fires over the middle. Caught. Jordan Addison across the 50-yard line. Tackled at the 44. Vikings trying to hurry back to the line. JJ in shotgun. Bunch right. Single receiver left. Tight formation. Looking to throw. Steps up. Scrambles out of the pocket. Throws it away. Flag late on the play for pass interference on Aaron Jones. Defensive pass interference. Roquan Smith. JJ in shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Under pressure, scrambles out. Throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Now JJ in shotgun, 3 receivers. Fires over the middle, and it's intercepted by Roquan Smith. Wait, they're ruling it incomplete. Trips right, JJ in shotgun, Hawkinson left. Fires right, sideline, overshot, overthrows Justin Jefferson. JJ drops back under pressure, escapes, scrambles, fires downfield, and caught by Jalen Naylor inside the 10. JJ scrambles back to the line, gets a yard or two maybe. Keegan hates Jalen Naylor taking all of Addison's plays. All right, JJ in shotgun, bunch left, Hawkinson right, Addison in motion, fires over the middle to Jefferson, incomplete. All right, JJ in shotgun. We got trips left, tight, really tight formation. Naylor in motion. JJ looking left. His arm hit as he throws, and it makes the ball go out of the back of the end zone. JJ looks exhausted right now. All right, 4th and goal. JJ in shotgun, 3 receivers. Jones motions out, and there's a flag. False start. All right, 4th and goal from the 10-yard line. Jefferson in motion. JJ with the snap. Fires right. Caught. Naylor. Touchdown. Going for 2. JJ in shotgun. Thielen in motion. Fires left to Jefferson. That should have been pass interference. Literally hit him to stop him from being able to catch the ball. Wait a minute. Now the Ravens are just going to try to run time off the clock. No, there was no penalty on the Naylor touchdown. I felt like it should have been pass interference on the 2-point conversion because Awuzie literally knocked Jefferson down when he was going for the catch before he touched the ball. But they didn't call it, so. All right, 2nd and 4. Ravens in pistol. Hands it to Henry. Runs up the middle. 1 yard shy of the first down. Hands it to the fullback for a first down run. Hands it to Henry, runs left, tackled behind the line. Did he? When I looked earlier, he didn't get very many points. How is that? They fumble the handoff and still recover it and get a gain on the play. Like, come on. 10.5 for Judkins. Yeah, but he was supposed to have 15. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this game, this matchup this week as well, unless Jamo and Gibbs have a big day. I think he's on the team. Look. Yeah, Henderson's not available. Lamar Jackson's pass batted down at the line. It'll be 4th down. Nice deflection by Van Ginkel. It would have been nice if he intercepted that, but Baltimore's going to punt it. JJ is going to be able to run a 2-minute drill here. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock. No timeouts for the Vikings. Flag on the return. Holding call on Dwight McGlothern. There's still a chance, yes. JJ could lock in and lead a 1:44 drive down for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and hit Addison on every throw, on every play down the field. Yes, there's a chance. There is a chance. JJ in shotgun. Looking to throw. Fires left. Overthrow. Tipped off of Justin Jefferson's hands. All right, JJ in shotgun. We got 3 receivers, tight end. JJ takes off running, keeps it, tucks it, runs, first down, gets to the 30, goes down at the 34-yard line. Need to hurry back. We don't have any timeouts, and that run keeps the clock moving. JJ in shotgun, snaps the ball, looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, throws it to Hawkinson, caught, down at the 38-yard line. Second and 6. JJ steps up, throws, incomplete to Naylor. JJ in shotgun now. 47 seconds left on the clock. Did we just get another false start? JJ takes off running, spins, makes someone miss, gets to the 40-yard line. JJ's thrown for 248 yards. Empty backfield, 5 receivers. Well, 4 in Hawkinson. Hawkinson's out wide, though. JJ moving around in the pocket, trying to buy time. Doing everything he can to try to win. Throws it. Incomplete to Jones. Hawkinson was open. All right, well, that's the game. The Ravens win 27-19. I think that JJ did not have a great game. He had what would look like on the surface a bad game. I don't think it's as bad as what some people think it is. He had 2 interceptions. One, I think, was on him 100%. He should have just taken off running. He had a clear open field in front of him. That first interception, it was on him. The second one, it looked like a good throw when he threw it. Justin Jefferson falls, leaves the DB wide open to make the interception catch. JJ threw for almost 250 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. It was like 21 of 40 or something like that. So it wasn't a great game, but I don't think it was as bad of a game as some people are going to make it out to be. Justin Jefferson had a really bad game. He was something like 4 catches on 13 targets. There were plenty of catches that normally he would catch that were dropped. There were some that were inaccurate, and a couple of them that there was uncalled DPI, but at the end of the day, he had like less than 40 yards catching. Jalen Naylor had, I think, 124 yards. Addison was, I don't know, he wasn't there today. It's a learning game for JJ. There were open receivers that he missed at times. But give it time. This was the kid's 4th NFL start in a regular season game. Look at Drake May's first 4 games last season. I would say JJ's first 4 are better than Drake May's first 4, and we see where Drake May is today. So give him time. There's going to be ups and downs. We're going to be all right. But anyways, I want to thank everyone that came out and joined the show and participated in the comments. Shout out to Lichamax for coming on for a time. Shout out to Troy, Keegan, Ripstar, everyone that commented. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Check out the GoFundMe link. It's the QR code in the corner. You can read the story there. You can feel free to hit me up on any social media, X, Discord, whatever, at Kinetik615. Happy to answer any questions or just respond to conversation. You can find me here on Kinetik615 for watch-alongs for the Michigan Wolverines and the Minnesota Vikings games. Friday nights on the Gamer Sideline channel with Lichamax. And Saturday mornings on the Final Whistle Network for the AM Scramble with Lucian and Mike. Until next time, guys, as always, it's SKOL Vikes and Go Blue. See y'all later.
From joystick dreams to Friday night lights, it's controllers and cleats under podcast mics with Life Max dropping deep like he's throwing a bomb, and Kinetik calling audible, staying calm in the storm. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetik and Leash Max, never miss a beat. When the final whistle blows or the credits roll, we're signing off strong, that's how gamers take control. Catch us on the sideline, where legends chill, where the playbooks flip and the passion's real. If you heard the takes, then you know the drill. Till next time, fam, keep it clutch, keep it skill. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetik and Lichmax, never miss a beat. When the headset's off and the lights go low, we'll be back next game, y'all already know. We out.